Sure, gents. I hope y'all are G. I hope y'all are well. G. What? I hope y'all. I hope you're all well. Back with another one. I had to make this video. Yeah, well. Idea coming in mind. Yeah, well. As I'm building my personal brand, now you become a creator as I'm shooting these videos. You know, as I'm building this thing, I realize as I've been reading, not been reading because I haven't been reading Daniel Priestley's book. Yeah, well. Watching stuff and whatever. I understand, and now I understand that a lot of people want to follow everything, be viral because this one shot this thing and this one works and it'll get me views and whatever. Yeah, it can work and stuff, yeah, bro. But if you consistently do or portray yourself, because it's a personal brand, it's not a personal brand slash using other people's ways, yeah, bro. So you show your personal self, yeah, bro. So I decided to make it black and white or use the colors of the agency I've started. Yeah, well, Optimi Agency, where we optimize your sales funnel as a creator, as an educational content creator who wants to be profitable. Yeah, well. So obviously, as I've been creating, as I create, so then you're like, oh yeah, the views are gonna be slow, this and that. Yeah, well. I can take what is working, but I'll just preach my message. Yeah, well, parable of the sower. I won't change my message. I'll just change how I deliver it, but I won't deliver it in a way that will put me in a certain position where I'm now a phony or I'm doing funny stuff just to get somebody's attention. Those transitions where I've seen this transition done by people by a lot of youth people in churches, where there's this guy who's just walking on the street and then a ball hits him, and then after hitting him, he flies. As he flies, some girl or some guy throws himself towards the chairs, and then he's like, did this week treat you bad? Don't worry, come to whatever, we'll sort you out, whatever, stuff like that. So I'd never do that, yeah, bro. I'd rather do B-roll content, make it black and white, and then leave notes and whatever, and continue posting that, yeah, bro, rather than entertaining you. Dopamine hits everywhere. Yabo. I'll get to that point, mara mjita na camera mfethu inale ya phone fela. Yabo. So obviously, creating content, there's content ideas. So I'm like, I'll just keep the same content ideas that I've been saying. You need an email list. Yabo. You need an email list. This is how you build an audience. This is how you be unique. Don't think short term. Think like an Oprah, like a Dr. Phil, like a Nike. Don't change your don't change your message. Just you can change how you deliver it, but don't change the message. Then you use that message. You can repurpose that message. The only thing you can add to that message is testimonials, case studies, and places of reference. Like a thing of gravity works everywhere. Gravity is all over the earth. It's just case studies and testimonials and references that are different. You can say, oh, gravity is a thing that throw something up must come down. And then you hear somebody died in India. Or it died in India from dropping from a high building, from the Taj Mahal. Then you'll be like, you see, gravity works. He jumped over a high building. He was so high, then he came down. Then he's like, gravity works. This guy who kicked the ball up, Neymar, whatever. So the message in principle is still the same. It's just the references and case studies, testimonials and stuff, Whether it's you saying it or you say, this guy did it and it worked. Or, as you can see, this guy did it and it worked. Or how you deliver it. Yeah, well, do you want to fall from a high building? Do you know when you go up? Do you know when you throw something up, it'll come down? Have you ever asked yourself where something came from when it fell down? Somebody threw it up, or was it up there? Something like that, different message but same. Yeah, well. So you keep that message and continue posting it. I learned this from Brandon Carter. He was like, the reason why you'll never see him doing these where people wear dresses and cheetahs wear dresses, they change themselves and wear their wives or girlfriends clothes or do all of these things is because he's not on the virality train. He's on the consistently and powerful train, which Daniel Priestley preaches about in Key Person of Influence. Yabo, is to show up powerfully and consistently, preaching the same message. The only difference is maybe case studies, references, or additions to the idea. With the it worked for this guy, it can also work for you in this age, in this time. You can use it in this place. So it's a principle. You share a principle. Daniel Carter, what? Brandon Carter, BBC, King Keto, Gymnasium. You know, he shares productivity. He shares tips about books, books, and character stuff. How to act and certain things. Focus on this, don't focus on this. Focus on getting cash and don't focus on getting girls and stuff like that. How to track stuff. So he has a certain message, and I used to ask myself, hey, but I always watch this guy's content. He always speaks about tracking. He speaks about tracking, productivity, this and that. Don't focus on this, focus on the money. They will come and this thing and then whatever. Right? And then I understand the good, oh damn. He wants to become the key person of influence in that field. He wants to be known for that. Right? He is this guy who's a personal trainer who talks about tracking, tracks everything, and uh shares these ideas consistently and powerfully and does not change them, only has references, right? There was a time where he showed his old videos. He was showing this other white guy explaining what he said like years ago. And then he was like, yeah, you see, I've been telling you, but you want the white guy to tell you. You don't want me to tell you, something like that, yeah, bro. So you consistently portray that message. You don't change. That's how you build a loyal community, yeah, where you don't change. You still keep the same message. So that's what I'm trying to do also on my brand, yeah. I'm helping these people build their stuff, helping them build their empire by also implementing those things because it's long term. We're not doing short term stuff. I don't want to work with people who want to make 50K now and then, okay, after that, nothing. I want people who want to write books, be on TV, podcasts, yeah, to become key persons of influence. Yeah, in certain place, like when they go to this place, they be like, yeah, I read your books, I saw your YouTube, I do this, you help me, this, that, yes. Yeah, like the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower has been there for a very long time. Yeah, Daniel Priestley says people go to Paris to see the Eiffel Tower, but the money is made around it. Yeah, so that person becomes a key person of influence, like the Eiffel Tower, and everything around him, which are the stores. To him, is not stores; it's books, courses, podcasts, appearances, public speaking. That's where he generates his revenue. That's where I will generate my revenue. Also, he will generate his revenue at some point. Yeah, so the reason why I want to make this video is because I've you type Guti, what do you need to be a creator? Then you're like, oh, you need to be a lot. Yeah, it's like that guy wants to start a business because he's great in making then he realizes business is not it's not just about cooking. It's not about being the technician. It's also about being the entrepreneur. I forgot what the E-Myth says. Some other guy explained it. These three parts. Yeah, you are just one person in that part. Yeah, so it has marketing, sales, operations, financial stuff, taxes, rent, and then you're like, yo, so much for such a business. None got to study quarter fail, and none got to study your fail. And you're like, oh, okay, so since you do only wanted to make food for people, then just get a job. Then that's just technician. But then if you want to be business, you want a business, you focus on all these things. So same as a creator, they have their creation part where they want to focus on be the magic of that place. But then there's other stuff, yeah, well, content ideas, staying relevant, email marketing, newsletters, email marketing, newsletters, posts, what time to post, which post should I post, which ones are most engaging, how do I know a post is engaging, how do I know what my viewers want, and if whatever, is my product gonna sell, how can I launch this? You see so many technical stuff, but then some be like, you know what, hey, yeah, I'm off this thing, I'm not making money for it. That's why a lot of them don't make money. That's why a lot of, based off the e-myth, that's why a lot of businesses fail. And that's why a lot of creators fail. Because of the operation stuff. They only think the technician stuff. They don't think the other stuff. But the boy here, because I'm a content creator myself, helping other content creators. And a businessman, creative guy, critical thinker, a cut off distractions, as I said in the other video, came up with a plan. I was like, man, I gotta create something that can help me. And if it helps me, it can help the people I'm gonna help. And if it helps them, I can easily say, Maulidi, timer, pega, I can help you. This much, setup fee, 30% rev share. Then like, okay, this dollar, let's do it. And when they do it, then they're like, oh, it worked. We made $1 million. Then it's like, oh, yeah, we made $1 million. You have 300,000 or something like that. Yeah, well, you can also do this too. Yeah, well, create something, a platform, an app, or something. Yeah, well, using certain things. You can use Replit agent. There's this thing I saw, by the grace of God, by God's grace, by God's will, I saw that thing. I think God put that video for me there. He put that video for me. Big time. I was busy searching. Not that I was searching, I was thinking about, I was talking to ChatGPT. I was like, how can people learn how to do market research without me talking to a lot of people and stuff like that? How can they leverage their comments and Instagram messages, Because now the boy's a critical thinker. I'm not getting distracted, as I said. Trying to help the masses, that's business, value exchange. Yeah, bro. I'm a piece out. You know what I mean? So I asked the question is like, yeah, you can use this, you can use ManyChat. People use ManyChat a lot where they say, comment this, and then they send you whatever, right? And it's like, yeah, I understand that, but then I want to integrate a part where this thing will ask the people who validate this thing, get the document, and then ask it questions, see where they are, what type of people they are, what problems are they encountering, if they'd like a solution, what price would it be, So you can get market research, so you can develop a product that we can initially launch to the people, to the masses, and once we launch it, it becomes a big thing, and then the revenue will be made in that place, and then after, when they use that thing, they'll give us feedback, and then use that feedback to make the thing better. Then we come out with new updates, then we say, this one 2.0, this one 3.0, this one 4.0, change the name, feedback and change. So it's a business system of sustainability and long-termness. We are wing tuning this thing. You know what I mean? Way of the intercepting fish, JKDing this thing, Jit Kundo, bruv. You understand? We are intercepting. Water can flow, water can crash, So I was thinking. So I was like, I need money for this, because I saw Iman. Iman has a software also. I'm like, yo, the boy needs money to do this. Then God placed me this thing, my guy. Replete something. I check it out. They're like, yeah, you can build a software without knowing how to code. I'm like, yo, this one is too much. If I can do this one, I'll be great. I'll do something big. So I can build things for specific people depending on who they are. I offer this for this people and that people, and build it for them, and then stuff like that. But well, maybe I'm sharing too much, maybe because it hasn't happened. I'm gonna cut this off. But other than that, it's just an idea. Just needs implementing and continue to post, and stuff like that. So it is what it is. So, but other than that, also as I was like, hey, consist money also, so you can white label other stuff. That's what I realized. So that's why I'm here. Other than using the other stuff, you can white label certain things, white label, go high level, white label a ranked.ai. We can use those things and be like, yo, let me white label this thing and help businesses do this. Tell them I can help you with this and help you with appointments, help you with this and that, and they integrate AI in it and it helps. So AI, it becomes the thing. So if when I'm chitago kasi, I don't know how many views this will get because I've been checking. It's been getting no views, but it's fine. I'll say I said it once. Nobody listened. Yeah. But in this world of AI, this is what is happening now. You must learn to adapt. You must know how to adapt. Be adaptable, and see, go to, okay, I can help people with this, right? This sector is struggling with this. Maybe if I can make something that can tell this, maybe if you can use Zapier. Learn how to use Notion, Zapier is for automations, where you can learn how to combine this thing with this thing. Take the things from this thing to that thing to here, so you can build out a big thing. What did I say? Big ass. You can build out a big operation of automations for a certain business. Build it out for them, then you see everything runs smoothly for them. Kona mchita kokasi mfethu $10 randa internet cafe. I don't know how much it is. If you can't afford it, don't tell me you can't afford it. Yako Ramaphosa mfethu. Malume Ramaphosa. Taka 370. Oh yeah, learn about Zapier, automations, Notion, and all this stuff. Someone once said, we have a lot of idea. What's this? He said, there's a lot of ideas. There's a lot of entrepreneurs. There's a lot of people who want to start something, but there are not a lot of managers or operators, people who do operations, who handle the back end. As I'm saying, that's why most businesses fail, because of operations, because they think that business is just the technical stuff, which is the thing they wanted to do. Gandhi, there's the finance, there's the thing, there's this, there's that. So if you can handle that for them, you don't need to be the guy with the idea, my guy. Just have the idea that tell them, listen, I can make your idea a lasting thing. You focus on this, I focus on this. You're like, oh, really? I can just focus on the technical stuff, yeah. You focus on the functional stuff, yeah. I'll focus on the functional stuff. Keep on updating it and stuff. Okay, if that is so, how do you operate that? Then it's 50-50. 50-50 for the business. It's like what? Obviously, they won't say what because they need it. Because then you're like, oh, you can do it yourself and whatever. And then, they realize, oh, it's too much load. They're like, yeah, 50-50%. Then 50-50%. And then you're out there, Utusa Oprah, got these Zapier automations, Notion templates, building up these things for her, giving her video sales letters and whatever, content ideas. Oprah, wow. Ashapa 10 feet. Or 5, my guy. Because you're thinking long term now. When she does a certain product for $1 million, $1 million. my guy, with 500K. Not just by learning, my guy. Using your brain. Using your brain, not your hands. You understand? Using your brain, not your hands. And you'll be like, yeah, I can offer these things to people because this is where we are. Adapt, understand, go to I'm in this world that operates like this, and if you don't operate like this, that's what you tell them. If you don't operate like this, then you're gonna fall behind, like Blockbuster and Netflix. Blockbuster decided not to do what Netflix did, and then Netflix took over. Whereas Blockbuster is nowhere to be seen. Post office, same thing, but I think it's a different story. But that's why we don't have. That's why not post office, fairly taken over by Gmail. Things change, my guy. There were people who were picking crops, and then the machines came in. They were doing and yeah, whatever. But at the end of the day, it ended up happening. Mao lady, wow. I don't know whether it's your Mao lady, whether it's your mom, your dad, or whatever. Anybody's mom or dad or you were working there. Naspana go KFC or McDonald's. Anka the order. But replace it with an easy thing that can take orders now. The only person that's needed is the guy who can flip the burgers. But it won't be long till they replace him. Alas, bruv. Adapt, my guy. Think. Most of the people who survived, as I said in the other video, I must come back to these videos. When the guy's not famous. When the guy's up there, vital person, key person of influence, come back to these videos and be like, yo, this guy's been spinning. Bruv, there's key personalities that people who thrived and survived in all ages, from BC to AD, 21st, 20th, 19th, 18th, 1st century, 2nd, 10th, it doesn't matter. And one of them is adaptability, my guy. Critical thinking, and the second one. You understand? No engineer stuff, my guy. Adapting and critical thinking. Hey, here we are. What do I do? I don't like saying Bunyao peace. O patela o subanyao mfethu. Monqondo mfethu wa bona lena wa bona to tshwara ke cramp mfethu mo maleng. Tshwanetse ke thole plan. Wa iputsisa mfethu wa bona ke sama. A go le sama batho ba batlang. Ntho bata ke paise below zero. He adapts to the times. I feel sama never mthola paisa below zero mfethu. O paisa ntho ya sama di goes or something. They hlanganisa now for that thing. Now that you don't smoke, unless if you do, I pray by the grace of God, by God's will, that you change and that you realize that you're selling yourself short and that what you're doing to yourself is going to have long-term consequences, but at the same time you don't care because of you want to escape reality, and you see it as something you can control and Kapom or Mate stuff, the things he speaks about based off trauma and stuff. So I understand why you do what you do, but I pray that you understand that if you're selling yourself short, there's so much potential you have, my guy. God has given you the Lord himself. The Lord God has given you, Jesus Christ has given you so much potential. The devil is just suppressing it with that thing. He just gave you a counterfeit of all of those things. I know it's societal pressures. We live in a hopeless place. I want to get seeing fit. Maybe you're probably a singer, but you can't sing because there's no talent shows here. Because when people think about hosting talent shows, what do they think? What's that talent show? What the hopelessness here, bro. Momokasin fit. What good comes out of what good thing ever comes out of Nazareth? You understand? Jesus came out of it. I think John the Baptist did also. Jesus came out of it. You can also do it, man. Jesus did it. You can also do it. I pray that you change. They'll do anything for that thing, my guy. So you must adapt. You must adapt. Okay, this, that, okay. The world is shifting. Since the world is shifting, what's the new thing? It's this thing, that thing. Okay, people integrate this thing. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, it can help. You're thinking now. How can I milk now? How can I? These things called funded pop firms or whatever. And then somebody was like, pop firms won't last that long. I'm like, yeah, I understand they won't be here for that long. But as long as they are here, my guy, as long as they are here and I can get 20 accounts that are like 100K and make 20% on them, which is 20K, and I withdraw that 20K, 100K, 10 of them, 20K times 10, 200K from those 100K accounts, and then I buy others. As long as it's still here, me, I'm milking, my guy. As long as the gold is there, we are still mining. Young Chola. As long as the opportunity still stands, we're taking advantage. Not good, I don't last. Because nothing lasts, my guy. Everything has its own time. As stated in the Bible, there is a time for summer, a time for winter, time for crying, time for laughing, time for eating, time for living, time for dying. So everything has its own time and its own opportunities, my guy. You have to take advantage of those opportunities that God has given you. They won't last, but it is what it is. Take advantage. Take advantage of today. You won't have today, or whatever day you're watching this. You don't have today. Take advantage of that. And sometimes we speak or I speak and then I don't implement. That's the aggravating thing. But something to come back to. Which, man, you were spitting, my guy, but you didn't do nothing. As I said, man, if you don't do something, listen, you deserve to be poor. I'm just saying. So that's the basis. I wanted it to be a short video, but now 27 minutes. Speed. So you must adapt, my guy. You must adapt. You must change. Be smart. Think now. We pay on fit. Let me cut it off. Let me remove TikTok. Let me remove all the distractions, the vices, the smoking, the drinking, the bad friends, everybody, I kill it so, kill him cheetah, so, keep blomele nje, keep blomele ke cabang nje, nahan. Then you tap into creativity now. Because you encounter problems after doing a lot of self-awareness, self-reflection, and whatever. They're like, okay, a lot of people have problems. Oh, people have a problem like this, but they don't know they can fix it like this. Let me tell them they can fix it like this. Hey, guys, do you know you can fix your stuff like this? We don't know. How can you fix it? Fix it like this. Oh, okay. Thank you for fixing fixing it. Here's money. Pow. All of a sudden, you have cash. How? Anjan. It's you tapping into your inner essence. Your inner godliness. Your inner godliness, bruv. You understand? Creativity that God has given you. And then you yield it in the right way. They will say the way God wants you to yield it. Because there are creative people out there who have evil intents. There are people out there who are creative in killing people. How they used to torture people. They're creative in that way. And that's bad. So, skills, my guy. Learn those skills. Search him. If there's no views, it's fine. I'll say, Ngasho. I say, Ngasho. And Mamela. I said you did not listen. But it's fine. But that's what I wanted to share. what is such a big opportunity out there, so many problems to solve. Not a lot of people are gonna solve them. There's a lot of ideas out there. Not every idea will be implemented. Because of fear. 98%. You just have to decide: are you the 98% or are you the 2%?